Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As I said in my opening statement, the crisis on the border has worsened considerably under the current administration. We've had 12 straight months of over 150,000 illegal migrants, which was a 63% increase from February 2021 and a DHS record for the month of February. And according to the internal Border Patrol estimates, from January through August of 21, over 273,000 migrants avoided apprehension and entered our country illegally. These are new records. This has not happened before. I'm deeply concerned that the crisis will soon get even worse. As we discussed in my office, if the Biden administration ends the Title 42 border policy in April, illegal immigration will surge even beyond the current record-setting levels. So, General Van Herk, given the worsening conditions in the crisis at the southwest border, are you aware of any discussion within the administration or DHS that could result in any requests for additional troops at that border?
Senator Inhofe, there is a request from the Department of Homeland Security. It's in the planning stages right now of the department to provide additional capability or capacity based on the potential for additional immigration or folks coming to the southwest border. I don't have the details of that right now, and I haven't been tasked to provide any additional support to the Department of Homeland Security at this time.
And I understand that, but it is a reality that's in discussion. General Richardson, it's clear that SOUTHCOM continues to be under-resourced despite all of the threats in your AOR, and that's something that we need to take a closer look at as we develop our NDAA, and we'll have to do that. Now, in China, as we discussed in my office this week, I'm concerned about their growing presence in SOUTHCOM and consequences for our military. So, General Richardson, what do you find most concerning about China's growing presence in your AOR, and how could it be, could it undermine DOD's ability to operate in this years to come?
So thank you, Senator. And my concern regarding China in the region is just the presence and the access and presence that they have, and they've been able to create, partly due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the economic rollbacks that this has had in the region. So 8% of the world's population is in SOUTHCOM AOR. 33% of the world's COVID deaths were suffered. So they've had a hard time with that. Economy has contracted 8%, plunging 22% of the population into poverty. And so when these 28 like-minded democracies in this region, out of 31, are trying to deliver for their people, it's hard. And when China has the Belt and Road Initiative, 21 of the 31 countries in this region have signed up and are signatories to that BRI. They need to show that they're delivering for their populations, and infrastructure projects is probably the best way that, with the BRI that shows progress. But as we know, the work is not done to standard. A lot of times it leaves these countries with even more debt than when they started. A highway in Jamaica. Jamaica now has 6 loans as a result of this. They lost 1,200 acres of land. And, oh, by the way, the highway has a toll on it that most Jamaicans can't even drive on. The Chinese don't bring in and don't hire host nation workers. They bring in Chinese laborers. So they don't invest. It looks like they're investing. All they do is they take, they extract, and they have strings tied to what they offer.
Yeah, you and I talked about this in the office. It's so similar to what the Chinese have been doing now for about 15 years in Africa. It's no surprises here, but I think it's important we get into the record what is happening now, because it's happening in your AOR, something that you didn't anticipate. None of us anticipated the gravity of that situation. I'm glad you're there at the helm. Thank you.
Senator, what I would like to mention are my 2 greatest concerns strategically, and that's with the Panama Canal. the projects that the Chinese have around the Panama Canal, which is a strategic line of communication that we want to keep free and open for the global economy, but also for our global war plans. Also the Straits of Magellan, down around the tip of the southern cone from Argentina, and the presence of China and projects and things like that. And so that's what bothers me most, are those two strategic global lines of communication areas that the Chinese have projects in and around those areas.
Yeah, with everything that's going on now, I think it's important that we, and you particularly, need to keep reminding us of that, because that's something that people are just not aware of. Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman.